Hello, hello. Back once again to find some games that don't suck ass. Sorry, just adjusting my microphone. Sorry. Okay. That's the last thing we got. It was, yeah, Samsara Room. Keep forgetting to adjust this. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, Rusty Lake Hotel. It's because Samsara Room was a sequel to that. Today I'm having some turmeric and ginger herbal tea because actually my alarms weren't on, so I didn't know it. So I completely forgot about this stream until just now. But it's nice. It's if you don't have it, if you don't know, you shouldn't. You should actually, if you want to have like tea that's just easy to make from like a tea bag, you shouldn't make it. You shouldn't make it in like a kettle on the stove because that's really annoying. The best way is to just have an electric kettle because it heats up super fast, and you can just like make a. You can use a like measuring cup or something to measure out exactly how much water you want, and then use your electric kettle. And if you have one like I do, with a bunch of different temperature settings, you can actually make different teas because different teas are supposed to be brewed at different temperatures. Like you don't actually want your water to be boiling, even if you're making black tea, which you needs to be just before it is boiling to make black tea. But if it's boiling, it'll like destroy. If it's too high temperatures, like based on what tea you're making, you'll actually destroy the flavor of it. That's why, like if you ever have green tea at an actual sushi restaurant, it tastes different than if you just boiled some water and put it with a green tea bag, because you actually just destroyed all the flavor by boiling the water that high. Oh, got removed. There's something funny about this is you find games and you're like, oh, what's this game? And it's like, oh, it got removed. ALG is a challenging top-down survival RPG. Explore an expansive, randomly generated world shrouded in darkness. Yeah. There's no like quicker way to make me start like zoning out and then to put randomly generated in your description. Because it's like I have to make myself pay attention now. Plays the president of the distant Bear Island, where the lives of citizens are yours to be improved or destroyed. Seen a couple political games come out, like being a president, being a another removal, being a politician, trying to do stuff. I don't think any of them are very good. The Burning Descent is a furious VR shooter in which up to 6 players battle each other in a quick-fire deathmatch taking place in a colossal arena. Archer VR.
Your castle is under attack. The hordes
Well, that's 2 VR games in a row.
give you a challenging fight. You must protect the fortress from the invaders. and
You're dreamt
defeat
of
their
becoming a
leader.
hero of the Middle
Grab a bow
Ages.
and
Hurry.
Show them your archery skills.
Wonder how many thousands of years it's going to be before they stop calling it the
Leader,
medieval,
grab a bow
like the
and
Middle
show them your
Ages, and they just say
archery
medieval.
skills. And defeat their
Although that's
leader.
actually also
Grab a
technically
bow.
wrong, because it's looking at it specifically from like a Western European viewpoint. It's like the Middle Ages are not the Middle Ages for like any other part of the world. Like you look at Japan, and Japan is like completely different, like how they developed and isolated themselves. It's really crazy.
Door closes.
Even China is not like specifically locked to that. I'm playing a lot of. I've been watching a lot of SpongeBob, so this is kind of funny to look at with that in my mind. It actually looks like it has okay like feedback and like movement. And the art style is a little is kind of charming, but yeah, I'm not sure there's enough here. Knockback, The Awakening. Oh, disc golf. It was a good idea to put those trail effects on the frisbee. Makes it look really good. It's a first-person horror game with no animation. What a novel idea! Oh, it looks like it's made in Unreal as well. Fire rescue. The thought always occurs to me that what if you just took all the effort that went into making all these like small, like minimal effort, like bad games, and you just like if all that energy was put into making like one good game, it's like how many good games could have come out. Obviously, that's not how it works, but it's always just funny to me to think about. It's like the amount of work that's been put into canceled games that never came out. It's like, what if that had all just been put towards like a game that actually had a proper development, like management structure to actually put that to work. This might be the first real game of the night. Hi everyone, I'm Jack from Single Valley. I tried to do good. This is a really well realized art style. The backgrounds are 3D, but they're like they were very good about how they picked it, like the amount of pixels and colors on it, so it actually looks right. Mayhem in Single Valley. Confessions. I was so impressed with the art style that I kind of didn't pay attention to what the game was. Looks like it's kind of an action RPG. What the hell is this game? Yeah, I'd say it's action adventure. Which, if you want to know what the actual definition, or my definition is, action adventure is when you have enough action elements for it to stand on its own, but that's not the focus. So, like, Legend of Zelda is an action adventure game because you have a full combat abilities suite, but like that's not really. But the actual appeal of the game is adventure and like going to weird places, going into dungeons and stuff like that, and doing meeting people and solving puzzles. So whereas like Devil May Cry is an action game. Confessions is a free chapter of Mayhem in Single Valley. Okay, well, it's the oh, this released way before this. Yeah, this game looks kind of radical. It doesn't. Like, I'll just go into it like sort of blind. Like, looks like the reviews are fairly positive, so whatever. But it has this Confessions is completely free, so if you're curious, play that first chapter, or just buy it and refund it within 2 hours if you don't like it. I'm curious if there's any data on if that increased or decreased people buying games, having the 2-hour refund policy. Strikers 1945. The vertical scrolling shooter game released in the arcade by Saikyo. You can set the difficulty level, controls, screen orientations, etc. In addition, online rankings have been implemented. Wait, 1945. Is this an old game? Looks like it. I know there was 1941, I believe, which this looks a lot like it. Which was a game I had on the NES. I'm lucky I got to experience gaming kind of through the eras, starting with the NES and only having that for a few years. But this actually looks like a cool shoot 'em up. Let's go Strikers. Blah 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 blah. Options. Let's look at these reviews. I've been waiting for the Saikyo shooters to come to Steam for a long time, and I'm so happy it's finally happening. Even though I own a Switch, I feel like there's just too much input delay for playing shmups. That isn't as much of an issue on Steam. I feel like so it is a port. Ironically, not from 1945, but probably from the 1980s. Or 1990s, because it looks more like it's an arcade game. I don't know. Looks like it's mostly just people saying it's a good game, but they're just reviewing the port. I'm wondering if I should bother playing this, because I tend not to like games that are just adequate and are kind of just a standard example of a game, even if it's done well. It's like this looks like they did everything right. Looks like it has good feedback, music, or okay music. But it's like I need something. If you're gonna just be like a standard version of something of a game genre, you need to be exceptional in how you execute it. Like, you need to be Metal Slug. And it's just okay, you move and you shoot. And the end, it looks like they have their sprite work is on point. But yeah, I'd say definitely if you're a shmup person, this looks pretty good. And like this, they got this port. There's a bunch of old ports. This guy looks very familiar. Like I feel like I've seen him somewhere. Eddie Marsan. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, this guy is a working actor.
Welcome to Death Trap.
Stab.
Take a breath if you're
Not really explaining what the game is, so.
slowly along the tunnel for about 5 minutes. Standing on its end. Easy for
The orc is strong, but slow, and you're able to strike hard with your sword.
Okay, so this is like a better version of those old VHS narrative games. Not super interested. Asking was this for help. What is this? You've crash landed on the planet Titan. Suffering. Whoa, this is like Stardew Valley. Suffering from amnesia and armed with only a basic survival kit, you begin exploring the planet looking for any signs of life. Can you craft, build, and survive long enough to discover the secrets of Titan and escape? Yeti discovered. This is weird. This is like a weird combination of Don't Starve, but like filtered through Stardew Valley. Not sure about those floating resource pixel things. Items. Where am I? You're in Stardew Valley. I like it. It's unfortunate. Like the reason I don't want to play Stardew Valley is because I don't like how it looks, specifically the characters. Actually, they're really like unappealing to me. And it's like if it had these character models or character sprites, I'd actually like it and like play it. But this game is like what's working against this game is I've seen, like I said, it's just Don't Starve, but with a different kind of Stardew Valley paint on it. And there's also like a bunch of those kinds of games. Like we found one. It was something like Outland or Off-World, where you start. It's like Terraria, where you start on a planet and then like you get. But then like that game was like, oh, you get to go out into space. I'll look at what the reviews are. Ooh, not great. Not great reviews. Great fun. Stable water source. Buggy. I really want to give this a positive review for this game because it has so much potential and it's mostly fun to play. However, the game has some so it's all bugs. Bad balancing. Unpolished. Oh damn. It's like the best bits of Forge are in Stardew without the horrible grind of building relationship with NPCs. Yeah, that's the gameplay. That's the appeal. I want my slaves to do my bidding. Wahaha, okay. Surviving Titan gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Very good game. Still room for improvement. Yeah, it looks like kind of a cool idea, but it's no longer available. Maybe this person made another version. Action-packed open-world RPG. You can't zoom in on pixels like that because it starts messing with their sizes. I think I liked the way the other game looked more. Like this is similar, but it looks like they embraced more pure pixel art, and that like I actually don't like that. I think this is just the same game. Like this looks like a very similar game, but it looks like it's more action-y based. This is really bad. Don't this art style. I know I'm just insulting it, but saying like this is shit, but I'm sorry. It doesn't look good to me. Surviving Titan looked much more interesting. Yeah, this did look so much better. It's because there's textures on the ground. It's unfortunate that like one of the more interesting looking games here has been delisted. See that Cyclops? That was in the other game. I don't know. It's unlisted, so you can't actually get it anymore, but, you know. Surviving Titan. I wasn't that, I was almost interested enough to play it, but not real, but it just wasn't enough for me to do it.
I'm like Storm of Rudy.
Oh, another Toho game. Battle Witches. Oh, they're fighting a mech. Nimbatus, drone creator. This is a genre that's started, that kind of took off after Besiege made it popular. Building a very janky fighting things, fighting constructs. Make Your Kingdom prologue. A lot of people using prologue in their early access, or like their not early access, their pre-release episodes that are free. City building game, Need to Survive, develop a settlement. Yep. Zoria, another prologue, Zoria prologue. The blisteringly realistic graphics of 2002.
Tactical.
Demo introduction to the world of Zoria. Black Skylands origin. This almost looks like Bastion, where it's like this looks like the kid, but it's like he's just too tall and he's firing a realistic looking machine gun. But that's actually a machine gun. That's not. People usually say anything that fires quickly, they call it a machine gun. God, he does look like the kid from Bastion. His skin is too light though. I really hate this perfectly top-down look for top-down shooters. Like, don't do that. Make proper sprites, please. It's like I really love just looking at the top of their heads and their shoulders. Like, no, don't do that. Kind of interesting, but yeah. Maybe if they had a better trailer put together, like showed everything off better.
Do you find the truth? What are you actually finding?
What's this? Oh, I know this game. Level editors, pretty cool. Deliver those goods, real go or get turned into scrap. Trying precision platforming, genre-bending power-ups, challenging campaign. It's a pretty high score. Jesus, and a lot of reviews, 96% positive. Build your own levels, complete the challenging and funny campaign. Yeah, if it's this positive, this amount of positive reviews plus, just finally, like, there hasn't been a lot of good 2D platformers out in the last like 20 years. So yeah, I'll take a stab at that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, and this is like past a week in of these releases where it's just like a bunch of really great games. You need a better jump than that. I'd say if you're going to make a platformer, or if you want to learn to make side-scrolling games, you need to learn how to make a good jump. It feels like the artist has like some talent at like making static things, but like doesn't really have an eye for really like the smaller details. I think that's why these big like this looks kind of bad. Like, you shouldn't do this. Like, the edges are good, the individual models are good, but there's not enough stuff breaking up these big solid square objects. Another brick in the mall. Design, build, and manage a giant shopping center. Yeah, if you're interested in this, looks like it's well reviewed. Them's fighting herds. Didn't they abandon this game now? Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was recently. This was kind of is this April 2nd? Weren't they? Oh yeah, they were saying patch notes and future of TFHH. Yeah, DLC character 3, Nidra. Future of Them's Fighting Herds says, we look forward to the release of Nidra and Baja. Let's talk about what comes next. After the Season 1 pass is complete, we'll be ceasing active development we'll be ceasing active development on TFH, Them's Fighting Hearts, sorry. We'll still be able to release small patches to address game-breaking bugs, but no new content will be produced. Well, that includes story mode. I was waiting for story mode to come out completely before I actually got into this game. Like, I did buy it back then, but yeah, it sucks. It sucks. But you know, I can't really blame them too hard. But because this was never a super popular game. Like, it got into it was very it was sort of lauded, but never really by a lot of people. But like, it was never embraced by the fighting game community because, you know, My Little Pony can't let that in. It's still a good feeling game if you ever want to play it. Just be aware it's done. Like, all the content it has is here and it's over. It's also not that complex. Like, you still have to learn motion inputs, which are shit, and I think are bad, and is what has kept fighting games from becoming popular. Fucking come at me, fight me. I'll fight you forever on that. Just make every fighting game tilt inputs. It's not a big deal. Just do it. But other than that, it's not like a super complex fighting game. So if you want to check it out, like, it's nice. It is actually, like, I've played a little bit of it. And I don't even play fighting games. So yeah. But unfortunately, and Streets of Rage 4. Why do I even need to tell you what this game is? The animation is great. This game has been reviewed very well by everyone. If you want another Streets of Rage game, or just a game that feels good to hit people in, play this game. So yeah, Them's Fighting Hearts. Even with like the announcement of we'll never get more of it, I still think this is a pretty cool game, Them's Fighting Hearts. So yeah, we've got fucking. If you want to play Strikers, there it is. Platform. Wait, what? Level head platform maker. I thought this was Level Head. Is this not Level Head? No, it is. Okay. Well, whatever. So yeah, we've got this is a first chapter. You can just buy Confessions there. So yeah, we've got like 4 solid games that were released on the same fucking day. Mayhem in Single Valley. Look at that art. Look at that wonderful art. Level Head. We got Level Head Platform Maker. Them's Fighting Herds. Unfortunately, story mode is not coming. You get chapter 1, that's it. And we got Streets of Rage 4. Oops. Sorry. .mu, fuck you guys. Stop fucking up ports. But yeah, they got all the old Streets of Rage sprites. Did I say Streets of Rage? Yeah, this is Streets of Rage. So yeah, 4 cool looking games came out the exact same day in April 30th, 2020. Like Jesus, like you guys, you don't have enough games to play. Oh no, oh there's no good games that come out. Like fuck you. You don't look for them. You're not looking for it if you're complaining about there's nothing good coming out to play, or you're only looking at AAA, and even then you're still like not looking.